Throughout the training material, we'll make reference to naming things, be it files or IDs or variables inside scripts. It's important to always think about what you will name things. This is important because when anyone else comes later, or when you have to come back later to an application, making sure that you name things correctly and place files and folders in the correct places, in places that make sense, just makes it easier to jump back in or for someone new to understand the project. It's also important to think of what a dashboard would be called for someone who's looking at it from the application rather than someone who's looking at it from the JSON side. If you're looking at an application, if you open a dashboard, you'll already have an idea in your head of what that dashboard might be called based on what the contents of the dashboard are. So it's always important to try and make a link between what people will think something will be called and what it is called. There's very important things to know about dashboards in Opus, notably the fact that all our dashboards, all our files and folders should be camelCase, meaning that if you make a new folder, for example, inside dashboard, it should be in camelCase. So starting with lowercase, then each new word being a capital letter. It's also important to know that dashboards are case sensitive, file paths are case sensitive. So if you have a viewport and inside the viewport you specify a value that you want to open, a dashboard you want to open. If I were to specify my folder slash my page, but the page is called my page inside the my folder, this will not work because of the case difference there. So when you're working on a new application, or when you need to make a new file for something, it's important to think of the splits in your application, logical branches between what people will see. So you can normally take a hint from your viewports. So if we look at the common case in the previous lesson of how we structure our containers and our viewports and our files, we had I'll just draw it out quickly again. We had the system dashboard. Inside the system dashboard, we had system viewport. Inside system viewport, we would either render landing dashboard or we would render application dashboard. Then inside landing dashboard, we'd add a viewport called landing viewport, and here we'd have application viewport. And inside this, we would render one of various dashboards, and same with the application dashboard. We would either render page 1 or page 2 in here, or here we would render login or terms and conditions or forgot password. So looking at this, we can already see kind of structure and folders right from there. So starting off, our index file would point to a startup dashboard, probably something like system dashboard. And this system dashboard we can put inside the root folder, system dashboard or JSON. So there's our first file. Then we have a split between either landing or application. So we can have a folder for landing and application. Let's just give folders a little icon so we know that we are working with folders here. Move this one to the bottom, it's a file. And then inside landing, we could have multiple things we want to open, which could be like login.json and forgot password.json. In application, we might have I have forgotten this part. Inside landing, we will have landing dashboard.json, which obviously is the first one we render inside there. And we'll also have application dashboard in there. And then, of course, also something like page 1 maybe. It'll probably have a better name. Maybe let's call it view clients. And the other one might be edit clients. Just two different dashboards we might open up. Normally it's alright to start by not making too many new folders. Make folders for logical splits in your application, like we've done now, but don't make more folders until you do need them. When we do start working on a specific dashboard, for example, maybe on login, for example, we might reach a situation where we have extra files that are related to the login dashboard called traits, which we'll discuss in the future. It's enough for you to know now that at that point in time, we might split up login by making it a folder instead, login folder, and inside the login folder we have our login files, all the files related to the login dashboard. The same with, for example, edit clients. That might become a folder as well with the same name, and inside this we have all the files related to edit clients.